Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, donut dogs to pickle pizza, what bizarre bites you can grab at the state fair, and new technology is making it harder to avoid scams.
We kind of say it's not a matter of if you get hit, but when.
How it's impacting people across generations.
No justice!
But first, a look into the pro-Palestine protest at the Statehouse. Carolina Insider starts now. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Davia, Pugh. Our top story today, the Israel-Gaza conflict is now sparking action in South Carolina. Protesters rallied at the Statehouse on Tuesday in support of Palestinians. More than 50 people gathered to draw attention to the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. They're also calling for the release of Palestinian political prisoners and to end all U.S. aid to Israel. Organizers say they won't stop until their voices are heard.
It's too good of a spot for them. However, the fight is never over because once you stop fighting, you immediately lose. It doesn't matter.
The Jewish community here is thriving.
Right after the rally, Israel supporters gathered at a vigil on campus to honor the lives lost. The vigil comes days after University President Michael Amaritis confirmed no USC students are studying abroad in Israel this semester. In other news, a growing number of residents in the Midlands are falling victim to scams, and the university community isn't being spared either. Our Rachel Manning has more on how you can protect yourself.
USC student Dupree Royal thought she was buying Stanley Cup water bottles from a social media ad.
It never came in, and everyone was like, yeah, this website's a scam. All my work friends, I was like stressing out, freezing my card at work.
According to the South Carolina Department of Consumer Affairs, South Carolinians lost more than $250,000 to scams in September. Businesses are also being affected by the rise in cybercrime. Senior Vice President of Cybersecurity at Willis Towers Watson, Ann Lastusky, works with businesses to advise them on cybercrimes. One of Lastusky's clients lost $8 million in a deep fake scam that used AI to replicate the CFO's face on a video call.
It not only looked like the call was coming from their CFO that they work with, but they actually were able to use their photo that they got offline and like AI and put that face over theirs.
Lastusky deals with cases like this every day.
We kind of say it's not a matter of if you get hit, but when.
Scams can go even bigger than this, affecting whole universities. I'm standing outside of the Gamecock iHub, where many USC students came for help after a recent scam hit campus. USC Director of Public Relations Jeff Stensland explained that the university has seen an increase of scammers trying to exploit university emails.
This year we saw overly aggressive attempts, and we estimate about 100 have actually gotten through.
With scams on the rise, students like Royal now have to worry about getting scammed personally and through their school. For Carolina Insider, I'm Rachel Manning.
A new multi-million-dollar housing project is on the way at USC. Recently unveiled in a Board of Trustees meeting, the student apartments named 737 Castain will go up on the corner of Green and Castain streets. It'll span 12 stories, have 900 beds in multiple layouts, and 14,000 square feet of retail space. It's expected to cost more than $170 million and be done by August 2025. Another USC program is making strides to advance medical care in the state. The new Brain Health Initiative aims to improve neurological health, especially for rural residents. The first 4 locations will open near Sumter, Seneca, Fairfield, and Orangeburg counties, with 2 more planned in the future. A fall tradition is back in Columbia, but this year, some of the foods look a little different. Here's with today's Soda City scene is Chloe Castain. From the South Carolina State Fair, Chloe?
Thanks, Davia. I'm standing outside one of the fair's entrances, and they've got some twists on old classics. At the fair, there are 13 new funky foods for you guys to try. If you're already a fan of pineapple on pizza, maybe it's time to venture out a little bit and try the new dill pickle pizza. Or if you liked last year's donut burger, they now have a donut dog. We spoke to some of the visitors about the fair food, and there's definitely some mixed opinions.
It was okay.
Very greasy, very good.
I wouldn't do it every day.
The fair will be open until October 22nd, so if you hadn't had the chance to go ahead and try these new fan favorites, there's absolutely still time to do so. Back to you in the studio, Davia.
Thanks, Chloe. That's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here Friday.